Yes, what's happening, people? Welcome back to another episode of the Realist Debates with myself, the Realist one, Jay.
It's Lengman Joseph from Around the Ways, aka Joey Leng, aka Just Call Me Joey, please.
Okay, man, cut it down, you know? All right. Yes, as you lot know, man, them have been on a little summer break, doing up a little hot boy summer and that.
All of that. The small one.
Small hot boy summer, what we were allowed to do anyway. So yeah, this is just us saying we're fucking back, man. Back in the cut. So today, what we're just basically going to talk about is what we've been up to on our little break. How long has it been?
Boy, I think the last episode was on men's mental health. That was like back end of June.
Feels like ages ago.
Yes, it's been a couple months still.
So yeah, we're just gonna jump into what we've been getting up to in that short space of time that feels like fucking forever.
You know?
Yeah, so let's dive in, Joey, man. Starting off with, what have we been up to? Like,
Boy,
what you been up to, fam?
Well, I got back like last week from leaving the country for the first time since 2019, you know. But not no beach thing on that, man. I'm in Scotland still. Yeah.
Kilts on that.
Do you know what? Yeah.
Or haggis.
What I want to say is going to sound like I'm taking a piss. I swear down, I'm not. So I went Edinburgh, and first day I land, like go to grab a bite to eat when get up from the train and that. Yeah. All I'm hearing is bagpipes. I swear down on the high road, so like their version of Oxford Street. Oh. And I'm thinking, nah. This is just too stereotypically cliched for it to be true. But imagine it was some little kid, so he looked like no older than like 13 in a kilt on the high road, just playing bagpipes.
On the mains.
Yeah, but like, you know, it sounds cute, but it actually weren't, because if you saw him, it looked like a punishment. Like it looked like he got grounded, and that was like his punishment for whatever he done. Because he looked like he was about to cry. Like, I don't want to be here. My man, them are gonna come soon.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man. But Scotland was good. So the reason I was there was I was raising money for charity.
Okay.
To help break the cycle of homelessness. So like something that was sponsored by like Sir Chris Way. So I done it with a load of my work lot, right? And like and one of our external stakeholders, like really cool people. But like everything that led up to it was an L. So I haven't even told you the full story. So the bit that I told you,
so I'm gonna find out some shit for the first time.
Even before that, now the day before our ride, so we're doing 60 miles, bare hills.
You know, so it's a charity ride.
Yeah. But everyone's, ego comes in. Everyone wants to take it seriously. But, like the day before something big, whether it's a football match or nothing, gym, man, what you put in your body is important for the next day.
Vitally important.
So I'm thinking, like, cool, we're going to carb load. We might have like a nice Italian or something like that.
All that pasta.
Well, you know where we went?
Go on.
We had an Indian.
wait. Hold on.
Oh no, we had an Indian.
So you're telling me man was gonna go on a cycle ride from what, Edinburgh to Glasgow? Am I wrong?
Other way, Glasgow to Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. With a biryani in your belly.
Onion bhaji, poppadoms, all of that, man. Vindaloos.
Wait, these are experienced riders you're riding with, or are they just doing it for the charity?
So like we're all a big mix. So even me, I have experience riding, but I wouldn't say I'm like super experienced or anything. Some have done it for the first time, so we're like a real mixed bag. But all of us agreed, why are we grabbing an Indian? Can't we have something a little bit light? And the funny thing is, the day afterwards was having meze. It was like, can't we swap that round?
Yeah, tactically that doesn't sound correct still.
Word.
So how did it pan out?
But all of us, and we had this at like 8 o'clock, so there ain't really much time to let that food digest for the next day, because we're up at like 5 the next morning. So like all of us are like shitting it. Because we're like,
Literally.
yo, I don't want to have nothing wrong. So, people are like, yo, try this spice. I'm like, nah, nah, nah. Me, I just stuck to the naan, korma, and the
Yeah,
rice.
korma's my shit
Yeah, I
still.
just said, let me just keep it simple. I don't want no accidents come the next day. Because obviously you're cycling for however long. You don't know when the next time you're gonna see a proper toilet. So fast forward to the next day now, yeah. Wake up in the morning. It was a struggle, but I woke up, come down to the foyer now. One of the colleagues is like, ah. So to me, because me, I was sharing, not sharing, but someone that was next to me was another black dude. So we come down now, and then what someone's like, oh yeah, something like, oh, I'm surprised you guys made it. Like, I know you guys love to sleep. I'm thinking, what?
Sorry?
But at the time, I didn't think it was directed at me. Because
Mm,
as you know, we used to live together for years.
mm.
I'm a morning person. I wake up in the morning to go gym, this, that, the other.
AM, AM.
Yeah, yeah. So, when you're thinking, nah, that's not me. It must be someone else. So I'm working on my bike, trying to grab breakfast, this, the other. So I went until later on I found out that it was like directed at us. And man is thinking, eh? Where's that come from? What? Because black man are lazy or something. But we move because man has a long day ahead.
Mm.
So now we need to get a shuttle to get to Glasgow to start the race, but we got a cycle there. So like only like one person knows where it is. So like he's like the squad leader to get us there. So I'm like, oh yes, I need to fix my bike. So I'm fixing it. And I look up, everyone's gone. I'm like, oh shit. But then
What
only
they did?
yeah, they did. But one person like waited for me. And then I think one of the other colleagues' wires was like, oh, do you guys know the way? And we was like, nah. So we tried to catch them up, could not find them. Found out we went the wrong way completely. So we're chilling in the hotel, like, yo, we've missed the charity ride. Yo, I'm gonna have to refund bare people, What am I gonna
Fucking
do?
hell.
Like, I'm thinking logistics now. Like, do I just lie and say, yeah, I done it, it was hard, Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because there's like a last shuttle that you have to make.
Mm.
But then we managed to get through to some of our people that went ahead. So now we're pelting it there, pelting it. But my his bike is kind of fucked because the back brake is rubbing on the tire.
Fuck's sake.
So as he's cycling, he's expending more energy. So
Mm.
like he's just gassing out. But we finally get there. We just about make the shuttle. We just about make the race, but we're all off key in that. And I tell you that ride, whew, difficult. So from mile 3, my legs started going. From like mile 20,
Right.
I
Wait.
think I got out my saddle, yeah. And you know your quads, that bit just there, it started
The
going.
teardrop.
So I had to sit back down. I'm going up the hill and I'm just massaging it, massaging it,
uh,
massaging it. But other than that, I know I make it sound like torture, but nah, it was good. It was good.
I've never actually been Scotland still. I've heard it's lit.
Bro, it's nice. It's very nice.
They're green, innit?
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah. They have one of the most, their park, right? So it's like a station called Edinburgh Waverley. So I'm guessing that's like the main station. And they
Mm.
got like a park that goes underneath and across. I can't. You just have to see it. It's mad, and like they have a castle that's like in the city center as well,
Oh,
and like
shit.
the scenes is mad. Like even from the
Picturesque
center,
things,
yeah,
yeah?
you can see like I don't know if they'll be classified as mountains, but they're in the background. Like I didn't take no photos of this.
Scottish
Yeah, yeah,
Highlands.
because I'm slacking when it comes to photos and that. But for anyone that hasn't been to Edinburgh, like definitely go. Like I want to go back up there still.
Sounds like a lit time.
Yeah, but
Apart from the odd little racial stereotype chucked in
yeah,
there.
that one there threw me off still. It threw me off. And then
Rah.
because as
You look
well,
like you're asleep, you know?
trust me, and you know what
Ooh.
as well, because I didn't think that it was directed at me. At the time, I thought, oh, it's directed at someone else. I done nothing about it. So then afterwards, when I found out it was kind of directed at us, it's a case of what do I do now?
Come around the corner.
Like, I wanna address it, but like the moment's so far gone now. Because I'm the
Yeah.
type of person I like to just be like, yo, what was that?
I can't
Type of
lie, you
thing.
needed to jump on it then. True say it went over your head, but
Mm.
now if you try rehash it, you're gonna look like the aggressive guy
Yeah, it's just like,
still.
oh,
Why are you
what that?
waiting?
Like, oh, that happened like 2 weeks ago. What
Mm.
type of thing, you know? But like you went on holiday, well, a better one than I did. Mine was just full of trials and tribulations, but yours was R&R.
Boy, yeah, man actually got out the fucking country, bro.
Yeah.
Got on a plane and all of that jazz.
Mm.
So yeah, I went to Sardinia, um, which is a little island just off mainland Italy where my missus is from.
Yeah.
Second time going there, in fact. Went there last year, I think.
Mm.
And yeah, bruv, like you probably saw like pictures on Gram or WhatsApp or whatever. I'm still to throw them up on Insta. It's just been mad since I
I
got
just
back.
see snaps cussing out London, say, why do I live here? I
Bruv,
need to be in
yo,
Sardinia.
when you what do you know? I said it on Insta as well, and I'll quickly say it again. When you deep, yeah, that people move, i.e., my girl, her friends that are here or
Mm.
whatever, from such a beautiful place to come to like London,
Mm.
obviously for a better way of life, etc. But for us that are born here and you go there to see it, it's like I would never leave this to come to London. If you knew what London was like before you came, would you come here? Still said yes, but
Mm.
it's mad. Like, yeah, the food, the weather, everything is just on point. It's just more relaxed. Yeah, I just can't even give it enough credit, to be honest. And more importantly, like for the mentor, it was needed. It
Yeah.
was much needed still. So
Because
yeah.
before then, when was the last time you left the country because of obviously lockdown, COVID, and all of that?
Um so what, we're in 21 now. So it was a year ago because we went to Tenerife as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot
We
about.
got we got
I was supposed to go to Tenerife.
a
They got
little quick
cancelled.
one in still. Hey,
Mm.
listen, if I can get it in, listen, I'm not on this vaccination. I'll say it straight to the camera, innit? Like, so whatever I can do in
Them
between the
them
lines,
loopholes.
I'm diving through them loopholes, like both hands. Like I'm involved. So yeah, that was Sardinia, and obviously man's come back, busy with work again from the drop. Feel like I'm still catching up on sleep, but we move. And more importantly, man couldn't wait to get back here, fam.
100%. And do you know what? Yeah,
People been asking, where are you, man? What is it
yeah.
done? You fuck no, 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 no,
Do you know what
no,
I clocked as
no.
well? That where we kind of fucked up.
Go on.
You see, obviously we spoke to each other about having this break and stuff. Yeah,
Mm.
I clocked we told no one else. Because people
Yeah.
were asking me like, yo, what are you
We
guys done
gotta
and
kind
dusted?
of
I was like, yo, we've actually got accountability to more than ourselves.
apologize for that. So
Fully.
yeah, sorry guys. Obviously, we haven't folded. We haven't disappeared. It's not the end of the
Mm-mm.
realist debates. We are here. But yeah, we kind of did say that we wanted a break, but we just didn't kind of transmit it to
Tell
you guys.
anyone
So
else.
yeah, and then that led to bare people asking like, "Where are you lot? What's happening? Why aren't you talking about this, that, and the other?" But yeah, apologies, and we are back. Most importantly, so yeah,
Mm.
that was a bit of summer. Um, what we got up to, but moving on, what's next? Like it's lockdown as well, man. It's all a bit mad. In, out, shake it
Mm.
all about.
Yeah, so I don't know about you, yeah, but like since we've come out of lockdown and doing things during the summer, like has it like kind of changed your attitude towards like the things that you do?
Yeah, 100%. Actually, like this has been, what has it been, like 2 years of our lives, basically.
Like 18 months?
Yeah, so almost 2 years. And what it has shown me over everything is just do what pleases you. Like ultimately, like you realize that when certain restraints or things are put in the way, it makes you work harder to try and overcome those obstacles. So rather than waiting for obstacles to come that you have to jump over, why not just go in with that kind of attitude from the get-go? And not saying that I'm not a hard worker, I've always been that, but
Mm,
I realized that there's opportunities that I may have been like sleeping on or whatever, just thinking, yeah, I got time, I
mm,
can do that whenever. But now I'm just on progressing like
mm.
rapidly,
100,
you
man.
know. So yeah, above everything, it's taught me just go and get it,
Mm.
even harder than you were before.
100. That's so. And do you know what as well? It's kind of changed my perception on like some of the things that I want to do, man.
Mm,
Like, remember when we went to the what was it? We went to that rave in East like a few weeks ago.
uh, oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was called, but remember like we was in the car, yeah, and it was like midnight.
Was it the Continental one?
Yes,
Continental
yes.
GT.
Sorry, yeah, the
Yeah, yeah.
Continental
Big up
GT one. Yeah,
Continental
like
still.
it was lit. Don't get me wrong,
Mad.
it was lit. However, however,
But
there was a moment where we was in the car on the way there,
mm,
and it was like midnight, and I just remember, I think I just said out loud, "Raw, it's midnight, and we're on our way to party. This is
yep.
past my bedtime, yo. I don't know if I can do this anymore. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know." And I remember, I think your bedroom was like, "Oh yeah, we like they have a day thing."
DD, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh
Big up
yeah,
DD.
yeah, big up DD." And I was just like, "Yo, I think I would have preferred that. I'm on the I'm on the daytime thing now." Like, I think with lockdown and stuff, it's just made me realize I don't know if I can be this nighttime raver all the time, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's difficult.
We all had that light bulb moment in the car where it's like, rah, you're right. Yeah, we're going out at 12. It's like, rah, I kind of want to be at home just chilling right now, but man's going out. And rah, what day was that again? Was it, I think I had work the next day
You
anyway.
did in the morning.
And I was like, bro, what am I doing? Like, I'm getting on a bit now. I'm not that spring chicken anymore. Don't get me wrong. Back in the day, like 11, 12 was standard rollout time. And that was after man had been somewhere for pre-drinks or at someone's yard.
Mhm,
Standard procedure. These times now, midnight, man's rolling out, looking at the watch like, yo, are we going back or what? Can you spin that U-turn or like, nah.
bro.
I was tired before I got there. That's mad.
Yeah, I think it has to be reserved for special occasions. So don't get me wrong, because it was Continental GT, I was happy to do it because it was lit. So things like that, birthdays, New Year's, abroad.
Mm,
Otherwise, for me, I'm more on day motives, festivals as well.
mm.
Lit.
I've always been a festival guy.
Did you go
Like
to any this
that's
summer?
well, uh, I went to Originals actually. So that was literally last week.
Oh yeah, that's
Um,
when I was in Scotland. Oh,
Yeah,
vexed.
literally last week. So that was the first thing I done pretty much seriously when I got back from holiday.
Mm,
Absolutely lit, loved it.
yeah,
Saw so many old school faces as well, bruv. Like foundation faces,
yeah.
proper. Yeah, too much to mention. Yeah, had a good time. But even so, like on the back of that as well, like what I realized, I love me a festival. But I think with lockdown as well, like not that I had some sort of anxiety, but it was just like, man didn't not that I didn't know how to act, it was just a bit overwhelming.
Mm,
Do you understand? It's like there was bare people. Like when we first got there, it was kind of quiet and it was spaced out. I was like, yeah, like man's got his space. And then as the hours kind of ticked by, bruv, it got to a tight thing. And you know, obviously your people are around, but when you turn around, it's just a sea of faces. And I was
yeah.
just like, rah, I ain't done this in a while. It feels weird. Like I don't know if that's because man's been obviously inside for the longest time.
Mm.
And then with all this shit that the media puts out about what you should and shouldn't be doing, then being in a crowded place, I don't know. It was a bit overwhelming still.
So what
So
bit was overwhelming? Was it like just being around that many people, or just having to interact with people again, or
I mean, interaction's never been a problem for
mm.
me. Do you know what? Most of all, I was not out of sync because man's always been a skanker. But at one point, I felt like I forgot how to dance, fam. Like,
Oh shit.
and I looked around and everyone was skanking around me, and I was trying to get into it, and I just couldn't for about maybe the first 10 minutes. I was just there, like, okay, everyone's moving. I should be moving too. This tune is mad.
Mm.
Why ain't I moving? And it's just
Yeah,
like
the
it took a little
WD-40
while
and
for
that.
me to get into it. And I don't know, it was just a weird experience after so long.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, what about you? Any festivals?
I went Metro Fest.
Okay.
I know everyone trashes it, yeah.
I
I had an alright time. It was alright. It was
But
cool.
I remember
It was
when you
cool.
was telling me the lineup for this thing, and I
Oh,
heard
that's why I rope you in.
when you tried to sell it to me, and I was hearing names like Fat Man Scoot,
Yeah.
what the can, whatever.
Do you know what it is, yeah?
Do you know what? Out of all the names you ran, I think I heard John B, and I was like, what? Like Mr. Don't think about
Yeah, he didn't even turn
what
up, I don't
people
think.
say. What? After all that?
Yeah, he didn't
So the
turn up.
one thing I would have went for, he
Bro,
didn't even show up.
half the people didn't turn up.
What was that saying anyway, Metro First?
But hey, it was alright. It was do you know what? It was weird being around that many people again.
Mm-hmm.
And being around like festival vibes and whatnot, but pretty much got into it very, very quickly.
Mm.
So like again, I know lots of people trashed it because like half the acts didn't turn up or anything, but that didn't really bother me because
Man was on the vibes.
I didn't go there to see the acts anyway.
Mm.
Like you, because it was my friend who said, "Come, let's go." I saw the lineup. I said, respectfully, I'm all right. I think I'll stay in that day. I'll watch movies or something. But she's like, nah, listen, like we haven't been out in ages, this, the other. And it was when we were still in lockdown, I think.
Mm.
And was gonna be coming out. And I was like, why not? So I never went there to see like any of those acts because Fat Man Scoop, apart from the one song I can remember, he's not done much for me personally. Again, like Maya, John B. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, like good artists, but not enough to want me to.
Maya?
Yeah.
Swear down.
Yeah, I don't think she turned up though. But not enough to make me go crazy to run to the front stage and just be like, what? Like, nah, not really. So I was just in the tents.
Mm.
So there's a nice booth, so like a nice sound system just playing like just kind of UK hip hop, bashment, just like alternating what you'd hear in a club.
Mm.
And then there was like a tent where they was just playing like house and garage. So me and my boy just pretty much hopped between those two. I was at the main stage for like 10 minutes.
Mm.
Smoked one there, said, yeah, okay, I'm good. And I just went back to the tents. So for me, I had a good time.
Tents are where the vibes are. Really.
Yeah, but I know for everyone else, they pretty much hated it and trashed it because of that. But it's what's to be expected from a first festival. And you know what? Looking back, I don't know why I went because first festival syndrome is real, man. I think Five Festival has shown us all of that, man.
What festival?
Five Festival.
What's that?
What?
Fire Festival.
You don't know Five Festival?
Nah, bro. What's that?
This guy don't know Five Festival. Butter. You don't know Five Festival
No.
with Ja Rule.
Oh, okay. No.
Oh my god.
Educate me. What the fuck is Fire Festival, bro?
So it's supposed to be.
I know. I'm old. I should know. This sounds like something I should know.
So it was supposed to be like some bougie, like American type, music festival where I think they were supposed to like be on
What,
some
like a
random
Coachella
island.
thing?
Yeah, and some. I don't know who the dude is or anything, but I think he might have gone prison or something. Like he got done for fraud. It was a mad thing. because he basically got like loads of celebrities like Ja Rule, one of the Jenners as well to endorse it, and say like, yeah, this is gonna be lit. Fire Festival, Fire Festival. So now loads of
What?
like,
It was a scam.
bro,
Hold on a
bro,
minute.
we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. So like now, loads of those like American socialites, you know, like those kind of kids of rich parents types, are
Oh
all
my
like,
God.
yeah, gotta
Them
go to this
Beverly
festival.
Hills
So now,
90210
and it's
youths.
a proper bougie thing where you're supposed to have like these kind of nice kind of tents on the beach that's almost like a crib. Whilst you stay there, you're supposed to have like a chef on a boat, um, on a yacht furthermore, cook chefing you up food. So it's supposed to be a mad thing, isn't it?
This is sounding bare unprecedented, fam. Like never
Bro.
been done before.
But yeah, so the people that are like in it, because the documentary is about people that were a part of this festival, and they were all like, yeah, we just couldn't see how we were supposed to add up. Like we were having a deficit here, and then to make up for it, we'd release a new feature to the public so that they buy into it, so that we could rejuvenate money. Like it was just a big Ponzi scheme almost. But the main bit, yeah, that I remember, because it was supposed to be on like some Caribbean island, yeah. And they needed, so obviously a festival, yeah, you need water in it. You need to hydrate the people
Mm.
because they're gonna be drinking in
They were
that.
gonna use seawater, fam.
So now this bit, you're gonna think I'm chatting shit, but I'm not chatting shit when I tell you this next bit, right? So I think the government or something wasn't letting a shipment of water in. And the guy who owns Fire Festival, I can't remember his name, but he was like, we need this water. We need this water. So he's got like one of his right hand men to like do the negotiating. But so his right hand man's gay.
Okay.
So he's kind of implied to him, like, yo, get that water, bro. If you gotta suck dick, you gotta suck dick to get that water.
Like that.
Like that.
Bruh. Hey, cameraman's all thrown in some assistance. I mean, man's been sentenced to jail time and shit.
Brother, I don't know how you don't know about Fire Festival.
Oh my days. Look
Like,
at that smart. Oh.
bro, this blew up like 2017, 2018.
Oh, that long ago.
Fam,
yeah,
this
it
was-
went over my head.
Bro, this was
still.
massive. And then the thing I remember, yeah. So you know they're supposed to have like these gourmet meals. They were just getting like ham and cheese sandwiches that like it looked like hospital food.
So it actually went ahead.
Nah, I think it got locked off in the end because it couldn't go ahead. Like it was such a
It
shambles.
was unsustainable from
Yeah,
the beginning.
yeah, And then did you ever hear about like there's a lot of backlash because people like Ja Rule and like social media influencers put their weight behind it. And I think this kind of I don't know if it was directly this or something else, but it started off the whole you have to let people know that you've been paid for your posts and that it's like a promotional campaign, because otherwise people will latch onto what you're saying. And then you have like another Fire Festival where people are like pumping their money in and they get scammed. I don't think a lot of people cared about the people that got scammed because they were like all rich. But that scenario could still happen to like loads of other people.
Fucking hell.
Watch the documentary. Like
I'm gonna have to look into that still.
Yeah, when you see the guy explaining
like
the suck the dick story for water, like I paused, said, nah, this ain't real. I had to rewind it, play it again, said, wow, what? This actually, nah.
Oh shit.
It was
That
mad,
is
bro.
crazy.
It was mad. So yeah, obviously I went Metrofest and people were trying to liken it to that. So but yeah, I had an alright time anyways, man. I had an alright time. I was upset that I couldn't go Yam Festival though.
Yeah, I heard good things about that.
Yeah, because I was in Newcastle for bank holiday weekend. That was mad. Yeah. But yeah, I was hearing that there was like no sound or something or
Oh,
at Yam. Yeah.
The mic, the bass or something was out.
Yeah, I heard someone was on stage, performed 2 songs, and said, "Yeah, peace. I'm gone."
Oh,
Yeah,
well.
first festival syndrome, man. It's real. It's really,
Yeah, I
really, really
mean,
real.
boy, this is what it may be like going forward. And these were obviously the experimental festivals, innit? Like the first ones after seemingly coming out of this shit. So,
Mm,
yeah, we'll see what happens going forward. But I love festivals too much.
mm,
So, I need festivals. If I can't have holidays, I need festivals.
100. But then,
So,
the same what we were saying about like first festival syndrome and that, would it put you off going to like a new festival in the future?
what, as in. I mean, like I said, I love a festival. So yeah, when you say a
Like, I
new,
mean, a brand new one. So, say for example, like we've had Rolling Loud that was supposed to be new in Portugal.
mm,
They've had complications, not of it's not all completely their fault. It's been COVID, but that's their response to that has kind of been seen as not good. Obviously, Metro Fest, people are saying it's Fire Festival.
mm.
I don't think it is. It weren't that bad. But now Yam, obviously, it's had technical
Well, I mean,
difficulties.
if they look, if I hear any lineup like what you was explaining for that fire thing, I'm out in it because it sounds way too elaborate. But if there's actually feasible options, then yeah, I'm down. Obviously, predominantly I'll stick to the ones that I know.
Yeah.
So yeah, i.e. originals, the love boxes. I've cancelled wireless too many utes, but yeah, if that
Hey,
can be
speaking of
sustainable,
wireless, did you have you seen some of the footage?
I've seen dribs and drabs.
Oh, I'm seeing footage, yeah. Giggs is performing, talking the hardest, and it's just tranquil.
Well,
There's no
they
shutdown.
that's what I mean. I mean, kids of this
Oh,
generation don't
that park should have
understand.
been upside down. I
Yeah.
don't get it. I think Meek Mill performed as well,
Mm.
lukewarm.
I think
Like,
was Gunner there as well. They're
I think
here.
so. Yeah, I don't know the
Quite a
full
few
like the
are
full
here.
lineup or anything, but yeah.
But if a new festival can be sustainable, then yeah, I'm down. I remember seeing something as well quickly on social media where it was like, say this table, yeah. It's like a
Eh,
platform, fam, and they said that you have to rave inside that box.
wait, what?
Yeah, like a social distanced festival. If you're trying to propose any of that malarkey to me, then I'm out
So what?
still.
So wait. So let me. I'm trying to visualize it. So say you go into a dance, yeah, and they say, right, cool, this is your booth, and you dance by yourself.
Yeah, I think you can have like a few of your close contact friends in there or something. I don't know. But yeah, you're raving in that it's like the cube. You're in a box, bruv. Just the stage is down there and they're just picture bare individual boxes in a field. Yeah, I'm not in it. So yeah. Anything new like that, I'm not having it.
People are supposed to move to each other.
Boy, you better throw a message to the box or something on a stone.
Well, is it see through or?
Yeah, so the box is just like a platform. It's open,
Yeah.
but it's just distance. So there's just bare boxes.
Raw boy.
Yeah, it looked ridiculous
You know,
to
when you
be
see a
fair.
girl you like, you just got to write a note just saying, "Come to this quadrant."
Yeah, like I don't know how the logistics
That's
work
dumb.
still.
Still,
So yeah, but moving on. What else has been happening in this short summer we had? There's been
you know, one thing that I'm not actually proud of, that I
oh, man, it's
got back in
deflated,
because
you
I
know.
am, bro. Because
What
the
is it?
the vim I gave it the last time I went through it, and now I was back again. I was disappointed in myself, man. Love Island. Hey, that
Oh,
sucked up my time, bro. And
do you know what?
I'm mad at myself at it. I'm mad at myself.
I mean, yeah, we can go over it quickly. It was like I missed. Was it last year's one where with that
Uh,
Mike guy or whatever?
that winter one.
Yeah, I missed that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
completely missed that. So my experience before that was the one with like Amber and
Mm.
what's them man, the lighty gang.
Childish.
Yeah, all of them man, they're Michael and
Yeah.
them man. So from that to this one now, it was like a big juxtaposition, bruv. It was like opposites. Like, I'm not being funny, but the people just seemed less attractive. The personalities just seemed down in the dumps. Like, no one was really bringing it like they were before. I mean, it did heat up. It did get watchable, but it took a while, man. So yeah.
Yeah, for me, like, because like you, from week one, I was watching it and I was like, aesthetically for me, like a lot of these people don't do it apart from like one or two. Then one of them got kicked out within like a week. Like randomly. Like, it was weird. Like, she got text and she was even like, I think her name was Shannon or something. She's like, raw guys, I'm gone. And it was all daytime and shit.
Was it like a family something, or I think maybe a gran or someone was?
Nah, I just booted her out.
Oh, shame.
Yeah,
I got that.
I think something like she just wasn't really cooperating with like some of the challenges and some things like that. But like, can I blame her? You do challenges where you exchange food from your mouths.
Yeah,
I'd be bowing out at that as well, man.
Yeah, some of these shit that they have to do, not even they have to, they've made a choice. Let's not get it twisted. But to be fair, I mean, it depends what the price of success means to you at the end of the day, because a lot of them do go on to have careers, shall we say, after. So, yeah. All that spitting food in the mouth pays off, I guess.
Yeah, and actually, whilst we was on a break as well, I featured on another podcast, the Grapevine podcast. Big yourselves up. Big podcast, by the way.
Yes. Still got to collaborate with the ladies, actually,
man.
for sure.
So yeah, I jumped on their podcast talking about Love Island, actually. I think they probably just saw me putting in my status, complaining all the time. It was like, yeah, if you want to kind of jump on, we can talk about it. And like, so yeah, it's a really good talk.
That was when I was away, innit?
Yeah, I think that's when he was on holiday. And yeah, we were just kind of talking about Faye and Teddy.
Oh God.
Full shambles.
Bloods.
Full shambles.
I said, literally, I swear to you, it must have been episode 1. I said that girl's a dickhead. That girl is a dickhead. And people kept on saying to me, oh, nah, da. And I said, watch. She's a dickhead. And there's certain signs you could see
100
that you just knew she was going to be a dickhead. And she tried to pull it back a couple times, like trying to be the voice of reason. But yeah, you're not that voice, man. And her voice annoyed me on top of it as well. So yeah.
It's like you, bro, first week I said, And I remember talking to someone about it. And she was like, no, like she seems like she's kind of all right. And I said, nah, she's not. And I'm going to tell you why. She doesn't know how to handle conflict. And she doesn't know how to take accountability. The only reason why like you people might think she's okay is because she goes off on one so much. Some of the times she goes off on one for good reason.
Deflection tactics.
Yeah. So like when someone is always on it like that, it's inevitable. Like in a situation like that,
they have a flaw.
They're gonna be vocal in the situation where you're like, yeah, they were right to speak about that. Yeah, like as an example, she was right to get onto Jake or get onto Toby for that situation, yeah. But then what I saw was, nah, I'd like to see what it's like in for example, where she's wrong. Or maybe it needs to be handled in a delicate manner.
And we saw how that went.
Fully. And then afterwards, my friend was like, yeah. Like,
I can't lie. Right. On top of it, I was like, I thought Teddy was a bit blinkered. And I was like, bro, like, realize that she's a dickhead. Like, you're going to see it. Like, I was waiting for the episode where he was going to realize, okay, this girl is a dickhead. Then, I can't lie, my opinion on him started to change, bro. I can't lie.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, you're actually putting up with this now. Like, are you all right, bruv? Like, furthermore, the way she's shouting and talking to you, I couldn't have that. Number one, and it looks like a tolerance in her. Like, it looks like something that she's used to doing, those outbursts. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not like
She
it
pretty
was a
much admits
one-off.
it.
Yeah.
Like when she apologized, she's like, yo, this might happen again, you know, but for this one, I'm sorry. For the next one, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, type of thing.
And look how long it took her to say sorry when she realized she was in the wrong. And even when she did, she tried to justify how she was right in her apology, which, yeah, for me, just made her even more of a dickhead. So, yeah, Teddy, he went down in my books from there because he was accepting this dickhead behavior, which then made me feel like, yeah, you're more of a dickhead. So, yeah, they can be a dickhead couple together. No matter what you say, people, it's not gonna last. Be true to yourselves. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. She's a dickhead. He's now a dickhead. I'm Jay. I'm done talking on that one still.
Do you know what? Just the last thing that I would say about it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's because obviously when you was away, done the podcast with the Grapevine, and I wasn't as critical about them as I felt I could have been, because at the end of the day, listen, they're individuals. They're gonna come out, they're gonna see a lot of what we say, etc. So I kind of took it easy. And then that same night I recorded, she blew up again. And I was like, oh my days. But do you know what it is? The thing that gets me about her the most is I don't think it's even fully what she does. It's how people react to what she does, and how like a lot of what she's done has just been washed away because she's an English white woman.
Facts.
And you know what, the thing that gets me the most, yeah, is like we were saying what she finished third, right? Okay, cool. Like, so what we're saying as a society, yeah, is abuse is better than black love. Because they beat Kaz and Tyler. Let's not forget that. So there, people are saying we'd rather see an abusive relationship, and we think that's better than black love.
Well, boy, that is kind of stumped, man. Still,
Brother,
and
it's
it's
mad.
true.
It's mad.
It's actually true because I remember the uproar, about the Kaz and Tyler thing. How they finished what, third, or was it
Last, well, not
fourth?
fourth.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
last out of the
And the
finalists.
exposure they got was less than, I think it was Jake and Liberty at the time, who didn't even come in the top four because they cut for their reasons or whatever. So the fact that they were getting more exposure than a couple that were still active was a bit bemusing still.
Brother, like once the program was all done, there was like one. It was okay. Actually, I don't know if it was them. I don't want to slander them or nothing.
Yeah, we can't be dealing with
I
no
can't
court
pay them. I
cases
can't pay
still.
them. I can't pay the fees.
I'm not on
But
it.
a magazine basically put on the cover like, oh yeah, here are like the couples that are gonna make the
That's what
most
I'm talking
money.
about. Yeah.
No Kaz and Tyler, but Liberty was there and Jake was there. Wow, they didn't even make the final. They
They're not
dropped
even a
out.
fucking couple,
You know
bro.
what I mean?
So yeah, that's what I was trying to get at as well.
But it's dumb. It's dumb.
Yeah. And even more so, we had a football fucking competition, bruv.
Yeah.
The Euros. Large up Italy. What did I say though? I can't remember what episode it was on. There was a prediction I done, and I said Italy would win.
That didn't air, bro.
Yeah, it didn't air for technical reasons. We'll put it down to that. But them man there that was here, you being one of them, you know that was my prediction, and they fucking did it.
What
Happened to be
was my
against us.
prediction?
I can't remember. I think you said, mate, I want to go to France or Spain. I don't know. I
Nah,
can't
weren't they
remember.
out by then? Nah, they were
Wait,
gone by then still.
is it?
Yeah, because it was around the semis.
Oh, well, yeah. From before it began, I said Italy anyway, and obviously my missus was happy throwing it in my face and all that. So yeah, I was around Italians as well. I was thinking, it's fucking coming home. It's coming home, and it didn't come home.
I was gonna say where you were watching it.
I was at my neighbor's who's Italian,
Yeah.
who's my missus' good friend from back in her city. So yeah, I was around three Italians, one Polish,
Mm.
yeah, one
You was
Englishman.
bro. You were safe then, fam. I was out watching it.
Oh,
I was out watching it, fam. So I went. I was like around like Limehouse sides. So I remember I got off at Liverpool Street.
mm,
So I wanted to stop for like a bite to eat and stuff first. Yeah. The scenes I saw. I'll show you my phone afterwards. But like bare football fans, and this is at like midday.
mm,
Um, already drunk, beating drums, topless, with like the flag round them like a cape.
good.
And I was thinking, yo, if we lose, yeah, I know I'm getting on.
I was
But
already at home
yeah,
basically,
but
so
I thought, let me think positive thoughts still. And obviously, I'm watching the game, get to penalties, and I'm thinking, oh, because it's penalties, I'm already thinking I'm putting my hat in Italy's corner even more now,
mm,
because they does this, in it.
yeah.
But then when I saw like three black players miss their penalties or have them saved, um, and also three black players that were in one shape or another integral to us getting to the final, might I add as well.
Mm-hmm.
My first thought was, oh shit, getting home now is a
Oh
myth.
shit,
Is a
here we go again.
myth. Myth. Because I thought, how am I getting back? I can't go back to Liverpool Street.
Mm.
So they're just gonna blame me.
Bruv. And that's where it becomes all of you, innit?
Mm,
That's where one incident like that and people start showing their asses. Um,
mm,
and yeah, for me, obviously, like you said, the players that were getting the abuse were quite integral for us, even before the competition, getting us to the competition, first of all. And then obviously special shout out to in particular Sterling and obviously Saka for missing, but Sterling carried us in the tournament,
mm-hmm.
literally, no doubt. Where was Mr. Kane? He wasn't about. He wasn't there, bruv. Let's be honest. And then obviously later on, when Kane did start to show up, even the headlines then it was gas mode.
Automatically
Like
to him, innit?
there was none of that for Sterling when he was notching in every game,
Bro,
taking us to
carrying.
the semis and all of that. But say less. But moving on
Mm,
to the racism, it was actually mad.
mm,
Actually mad. And yeah, it just shows the underbelly of the country that we live in, bruv. That's
mm,
the reality of it. Is like it takes these are people that we will mix and mingle with on a daily basis and be like, oh, you're all right, mate. You know, try and fit in. You're all right, governor. And then when it comes to us now, it's like, soon as we, not even we, I didn't kick a penalty, you didn't kick a penalty, but it's all of us, innit?
mm. Man shook to go home. I had nothing to do with the game, I'm just a spectator like everyone else, but I'm thinking, yo, getting home might be dicey. I might have to fight for my life, whatever it is.
And that's the worrying thing. The fact that that's the way you think about it is like, okay, you've seen the situation play out on the TV,
Mm,
the whistle blows, Italy are celebrating, but your thought now is like, rah, going home is going to be mad.
myth. Myth. Yeah,
Like,
man.
why does it have to be that way?
And the joke thing is, yeah, like obviously they'll do reports, for example, to tell us like, oh yeah, like, this country isn't institutionally racist. But then just a few months later, something like this happens. It's just sport. Like technically it's just a game, you know.
Entertainment.
However, people show their asses, like you said. And like it's funny that, for example, they'll say, yeah, we're not institutionally racist, but then as an example, this happens, and even people that I know at work, like a couple of them messaged me and was like, oh, I know you went out to watch the game. I'm just messaging to like see you're all right,
Mm.
just because I heard things were happening. Like, you don't need to do that if we don't live in an institutionally racist country, or a
Mm.
racist country for any
And for
shape or
me, do
form.
you know what that shows is, you know, like from, all right, you're seeing stuff going on,
Mm,
but in your head, that's telling you what you already know.
Mm.
Do you get what I mean? It's like, yeah, you've seen the pictures on the news, or you've heard this, or you've heard that, and that's giving you confirmation of what you already knew.
Mm.
So for me, even when if I didn't get any messages like that, but
Mm.
if I did, for me, it's a bit like, rah, it took that kind of on the news or whatever, that headline to trigger you to ask me, oh, are you gonna be all right? Do you get what I'm saying? And
Mm.
then it shifts to what about everyday life
Mm.
where man goes through the higgy hagger of racism, going to work on the train or in a queue lining up, whatever it may be.
Mm.
But it took that on the news for you to pick up your phone and check in, or do you get what I'm saying? It's
Mm.
like, me, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too deeply into it, but that's just how I see it, man. If you want to check in and
Mm.
do your bit, do it naturally. Don't wait for something to come up for you to then feel the need, because then you're just, to me, a bandwagon person, innit? You're just jumping on the wagon.
Yeah, man. I think it came from love, but you never know, man.
Yeah,
But like,
obviously, I don't know
yeah,
the
yeah.
person,
But you
but
know as well, like one thing I had to do was all of my bedrooms that I knew had gone out to watch the game. I had to then check in with them. So like one of my boys went Southampton to watch it.
mm,
So I was like, boy, are you good? You all right? Is everything all right? Da, da, da. And he was lucky because it's like, yeah, the people I was with, like, it was all loving that. But obviously, you never know, man. Never know.
yeah, you just don't. Um, yeah, what else was there? I think we've pretty much covered
Well, that's pretty much what man Summer's been saying,
the
really.
most of it. What else? Any other headlines? Oh, quickly, actually, because it's
Mm.
kind of recent. Hey, what is Mendy on, fam? What is Mendy on, cuz?
Benjamin, yeah?
Benny,
Yeah, yeah, bro.
Benny, Mendy.
Whoa. Fam.
What is it? 4 counts?
Yeah, and do you know what? This
Remanded in custody?
yeah, because the news broke when
Shit, then.
I was out of town. I can't remember where I was, but I wasn't really looking at my phone. But I saw it. I went, what? This is mad. This is bonkers. But then obviously because he's on remand and I think his trial ain't till January.
Mm.
So like because I remember my boy sent me the report the other day because like I don't know if I
You
don't
thought he was gonna be in a VIP, we get it.
do you know what it
I
is?
saw a
Like
headline.
it feels as though it's not been like massive news,
Mm.
if that makes sense. But I don't know if that's because it was happening when I weren't really around, so I weren't trying to follow it or anything. But like the one thing I was telling my boy is like in my memory, I can't remember like a player being accused of something like this and then being put on remand like that. So the
Boy,
evidence
remember
they
Andy
have,
Johnson?
yeah. But I'm talking like from a rape point of view, like
Mm.
these types of counts. Because remember, like, was it there was one player always used to get accused back in
Boy,
the day and was always used to bust case.
I don't know.
I can't remember, but yeah, but I was like, for him to be put on remand, this, that, the other, the evidence they must have must be mad.
It must be
Must be mad.
inconclusive.
And on top of that, like City
Not
seem to have
conclusive.
like completely disassociated themselves with him as well.
And that's what I was gonna say. You said it seems like it ain't been blown up or big news. Let me put things into context for you. Maybe you'll understand a bit more. City, yeah,
Mm,
and it seems a bit naive, but City, they got a world-class team in it, squad full of man them. So if they're missing a left back, they could slot it in. Imagine, bruv, Arsenal lost Tierney. Imagine this was Tierney,
mm,
yeah, in jail or under wrap, bruv. We don't have another left. Well, we actually recently bought one,
mm,
but because of the impact that Tierney has, we would notice.
mm,
Man City is still running wild, bruv. No
mm.
one remembers Mendy like that. He wasn't even really playing because Zinchenko, I think, kind of displaced him and was
Yeah, and
playing
Cancelo
well.
plays there a lot as
He
well.
can switch. So that's why as well. Whereas if it was another team who he was like their main left back, I think it would be bigger news still.
Do you think?
Yeah, I do. Like, imagine it was us, bro. Imagine it was Arsenal's main left back who's gone
Mm.
to jail for rape or is in custody for rape. You don't think that would be huge news?
Yeah, but I still think, to me, this should still be bigger news than it is because,
Mm.
bro, a Prem footballer is in bin for rape.
I shouldn't even be
Bro, he's in
laughing.
bin. Like, forget who it is.
Mm.
It could be Mendy. It could be a top footballer. It could be someone from the academy. A footballer in the Prem is in bin right now. He can't get remand, and he's rich and famous.
And that's another
And
thing that I
it's
said to
not
you.
being blown up how it should be.
I don't get how these rich men get caught up in these passes. I really don't. Like, you literally have girls throwing themselves at you.
Mm.
And obviously, it's down to you to be accountable and pick and choose properly. But come on, bruv, rape. Like, everything should be in your life consensual, bruv. You're a rich, wealthy man that doesn't need to rape. Like, no man should need to rape, but you in particular, elite football, like sports star, like girls will willingly give it to you, bro. Like willingly. So what are you doing?
It's power angle, isn't it?
Yeah, we did speak about that.
Yeah.
We should do a next episode on this still.
Yeah. But I'm just still shocked it's not big in bro. A Prem footballer is
Yeah,
in
it's
bin.
a Mazzolini.
It's in bin, bro.
Remanded as well. Like usually as well, it will be like, oh yeah, he got brought in for questioning and it's ongoing, but he's been released on bail.
Yeah.
Man's inside,
Bro.
like in that temporary holding, waiting to go to proper trial.
Bro, man's on the wing. The wrong wing.
Boy, he better not buck up on certain man because certain man inside don't stand for that.
You know.
So yeah. Anyway, boy, we're back.
Yeah, baby.
We are fucking back. Yeah, it's been a good episode to kind of reintroduce ourselves back to the masses. Again, we apologize for not notifying you lot of our break, but oi, this is the comeback episode. But our next one after this, should we even tell them or should we just drop it? Like,
let's drop it still.
Let's drop it.
But it's gonna be interesting one still.
It's gonna be heated. It's gonna be a mad thing. Anyway, woof and blow.